It was kind of strange to go from quarantine and that kind of isolation and stuff to being on a set with a ton of folks and doing the job again.
I wanted to start off asking you about returning to set when you guys started filming this season. How were you feeling? Were you nervous? Were you excited? How was that?
Yeah, it was weird to go back because we were filming in March, end of season 2, and then we just stopped. We had more episodes to film, and we just walked away, as everybody did, and then I thought we'd be down for a little while and then get back to it. Little did I know the world was about to change the way it did. And then, however many months later, half a year, we came back in October, and I forgot how to be around people, let alone how to play the part. It was kind of strange to go from quarantine and that kind of isolation and stuff to being on a set with a ton of folks and doing the job again. But I have to say, it was such a welcome return to a family that I love, and it was so good to see everybody again and catch up about the crazy time that we've been living through, and it worked. The set worked much better than I thought, only in the sense that I was sort of worried that, man, all these protocols are going to really slow us down, and how are we going to connect and do our jobs and have time to film all that stuff. And there was really a sort of level of efficiency and organization that everyone had to bring to it, with the testing and the masks and the distancing and different zones and things, and that really kind of made the whole set function really well. So it was really nice to come back.
Yeah, I can imagine. It was a nice little reunion that you guys kind of got to have, and being around people again is obviously, I imagine, would be nice.
Yes. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, in New York, it's a little tough, but hopefully eventually I can do it.
Yeah.
I know I've been talking to a lot of actors that were saying they were very ready to get back to work kind of after being home for so long and just out being able to do something. But of course, the first episode going in is pretty heavy, especially the first couple scenes. Was it emotionally tough? Because obviously it's so real, and this is something, especially with the hospital, that people have all gone through.
It was, and it was tough to find just the authenticity of that story, because you're honoring, real heroes, real healthcare frontline workers who have made such sacrifice and worked so hard, and so you're trying to, portray them accurately and tell that story as accurately as you can, and yeah, it really just made me appreciate that sacrifice and what that fight must really be like for so many healthcare workers, as we're putting makeup on our face to have lines from where the masks are, and you realize, like, this is coming from real life, where a lot of people have really dedicated themselves to helping other people and just saving lives. And so it was inspiring.
You said on social media that you went through COVID yourself, so you kind of could experience that. Do you feel like that kind of gave you a little bit more insight when you went back to set?
Yeah, I think so. Fortunately, my experience with it was not, life-threatening or anything. And it's hard to talk about, because part of me wants to say to people, don't worry too much. Don't be too afraid, because, I had it and it felt like a flu and it really sucked, but it wasn't, but then again, you don't want people to take it lightly. And there have been so many deaths and people who have really struggled with it more severely. So yeah, but there is some sort of sense of relief being on the other side of it. And I got to donate plasma a few times to try to, get the antibodies out there and stuff, which was nice. But yeah, it feels like it doesn't feel as much of a headline or remote when you've gone through it.